Okay, this is taking the archive, and we're doing it without backup in this video. So you will be able to get the capture the archive the hard way trophy with this. Check the description for timestamps because we will be getting 5 pitch ball / toss ball cards, 9 advanced decryption keys, 1 rift anomaly, and 1 gunner's mobile turret suit lockbox. Rift anomaly. So check all of that. Okay. We're starting in Nelson. Where are you supposed to start, I guess? You have to start in Newton, not Nelson. Bodes well for the rest of the video, doesn't it? Alright. I have my trusty bullet blender. Our first card is Stephen the Chaos Moret. Tossball card. Plus 1% damage. Now there is a quest in Winter's Grasp called The Case of the Mystery Rations, and I will put a link to it in the description. This is what this is referring to, and we'll actually be able to take out about 5 or 6 Protectorate by playing the audio file that the woman from that quest gives us. So we'll be doing that too. Check, that'll be a timestamp in the description as well.
Observe that the archive entry is heavily defended. Consider an alternate means of access to avoid direct Protectorate engagement.
I say we fight.
This unit questions the integrity of your optics. Please direct your attention to the automechanical flanked by fortified infantry and long-range turret support.
Use your lamps, Commander. They've got heavy infantry, turrets, automechs, and Lord knows what else. We need a plan, not just gumption.
I somehow remain uniquely undeterred.
Please consider a course of action that will not result in the graphic cessation of your biological functions.
Enough chit-chat. We're going for it.
If we're going out, might as well be in a blaze of glory.
Okay.
Got eyes on some no good.
All subjects prosper under the guidance of our...
Don't worry, we'll go back for him.
Got some bad company.
The two of them were in the bathroom vomiting because of this stuff right here. They've gotten infected. Food poisoning. Insert mystery rations audio cartridge. You replace the Protectorate broadcast with a confession given to you by the Sub Rosa agent Peoria Quebecer. Time will tell how or if Protectorate troops react. Now, only these troops actually react. The ones we're looking at right now. The ones over there don't seem to care at all.
Materials that got shipped here. I sold them to a protectorate officer who was low on supplies. Said it was imitation crapple meat. She means to pass them off as official rations. Imagine all those whole heads wolfing down failed Auntie's choice.
Ignore that. I promise you this is merely tomfoolery. There's no way we were eating failed experimental material.
I didn't know. No.
Is that what we ate? Or
Founding lack of ethics. I ate some too.
looks like there's 4 in there.
Oh, that's... I don't feel right.
No! Stay away from the turret! No, no!
This unit detects elevated levels of teenate revulsion. Immediate ejection of stomach contents may alleviate said condition.
Alright. That's all we can get rid of with that, which is a little sad, but that's okay. Now it's time for my bullet blender. Alright, now we can go get these 2. That vent, by the way, if you're curious, if you keep going, there's a vent up there, and it connects to this one right here. Alright, first advanced decryption key requires either Brawny or Engineering 5. Advanced decryption key.
Landed on a hostile planet day 35. Brought to you by me. Oh. Not sure how you managed to approach unnoticed.
He's Auntie's choice.
Could be I'd grown so attuned to my surroundings. I became one with the wood and fire and the earth. Were you left behind by your unit too? Are you in need of some hard-fought knowledge about how to fend for yourself? Must say, I've become quite the expert. Why, after only just 2 weeks on my own, ascertained how to pry open a rations tin unaided. Did you know there's a little opener key attached? It's all going in my manuscript.
What other sage bits of advice?
So glad you asked. I've recently evolved into a rugged, self-sufficient individual, fully accustomed to life in these caves, living raw and pure like our primitive, lice-ridden ancestors. Why, just the other day, I reinvented fire. I found a little doohickey I've named a light starter. You simply push a button, and flame comes out.
Where's the one? There's one that's like, oh yeah, how have you managed to survive even a day out here? You must know a lot about the surrounding area, like the archive?
Yes, indeed. I know this cave and several of the adjoining hallways, like, well, someone who'd scoured every inch for the barest sustenance.
Any idea how to undermine the protectorate forces outside?
You might call in reinforcements if the Spireton lift controls.
So
were
if you
working.
choose to change your mind,
I happen
this
to
is
have
how you
its
do it.
missing components in my
Decide you do
possession.
want backup. Would you consider handing them over? You can pickpocket them from him if you want.
I might be convinced to part with them for a small favor. Some key legwork for a mighty hunter. Me, I'm fixing to take down one of the local ursopods. A few sprat corpses would be helpful as bait. Gather some, and we'll make a trade.
I actually... How do I have... Oh. I just happen to have Cloister Shivering. I pickpocketed the parts off of him last time, so this is the first time I've ever asked him for them. If you loot, generally just loot, you might actually have 5 Sprat Tongue. Oh, this is... Well, I already got them off of you. I already pickpocketed them off of you, which is what I got last time. Oh. I could have gone my whole life without seeing that.
Warning. Consuming raw animals may result in digestive distress.
Sorry you had to see that. The parcels of victuals my neighbor sends over the tube have fallen off recently. Barely eaten for days.
He has a pneumatic tube, which I'll show, and it connects to the thermal transfer area, and we will actually send him another care package if I have enough points.
Here, I wrenched these parts free out of the Spireton lift controls. Just jam them back in there and kick it once or twice. Should work fine. Drop back in again sometime, will you? Occasionally, I do get a little starved for company.
Okay, now we have this.
Name's Hoyt, right? I've noted some right sophisticated interactions among the Crabbles lately. Intricate courtship rituals, coordinated group efforts.
It's really low. I don't know why it's...
Transfer. When my unit was first stationed down here, I kept making excuses to sneak off and observe them. Product research, I said. Very hush-hush. Eventually gave my lieutenant a field promotion and ordered them all away. Been living off the land here like the Crabbles ever since. Their unfertilized roe actually makes for some good eating. Included some with this message. Eat up.
I think that was from the guy down in thermal transfer. Alright, tossball card, Claire Nentarz. +5 to max health. So this pneumatic tube is where these care packages have been coming through. If I have, excuse me, if I have enough in points to get it, because you have to lift a cabinet off someone to be able to do it, we will send him a care package. If the origin were discovered, you could pass. I'll go ahead and timestamp it in the description. You can find it. Alright, let's get out of here. The only reason I came back here is for the lift controls. Well, and the card. We need the card. But if you change your mind about wanting backup, that's where the lift controls are. See, Cloister Shivering Sprat Tongue. It's just looted these days. Okay. So here's where you can enable the lift. If you decide to call for backup, you can turn it on. Then the lift is actually in that building right there. But this right here, enable power, just opened that door. And then it'll power this. So if you enable the lift in the other building. But we're doing this without backup. But I wanted to point that out. lots of them? Oh, there we go. Alright. I sure do go through ammo. So here are the ones that died earlier.
Prudence dictates we reject individualism in all its many forms.
So if you change your mind and decide to call for backup, having cleared out some Spireton, this is the lift right here. You have to turn that other part on, but then you can turn it on here. Spireton lift. Alright. You have to interact with the door in order to get this guy to come out.
What was in those rations? Oh, will this gastric nightmare never cease?
Pull it together. You have to help me get into the archive.
Just a moment. Forgive me. I found myself irregularly indisposed from one direction or the other.
A diet with more fiber may reduce your rate of excretion.
Seems I need a Calcadius to get through the door. Do you have it?
I am the archive's current operator. As such, I am the bearer of the Calcaduceus. I still have trouble saying that.
Calcaduceus. Give me your else.
Certainly. I recognize I am in no position to bargain, despite the fact it will no doubt earn me mental refreshment at best. If you have cleared our fortifications outside, I worry what has happened to our troops. I have little interest in sharing their fate. I would pass the Calcaduceus on to you, in exchange for granting me safe passage. The archive would then recognize you as its operator.
Sounds like a deal.
All right. I am providing you the Calcaduceus. Don't shoot. Here, you are now operator of the archive. Congratulations. Be warned. You may find it a temperamental machine. Some maintenance may be...
Calcaduceus detected. Alternative operator postulated. Concluded.
Is there a particular curativist house?
Greetings, sentient.
I feel rather... woogly.
I don't think he made it.
Welcome to the archive. I am ENIAC, the Universal Equation Numeric Integration Analytic Calculator. With the aid of my operator, I, a non-sentient inorganism, marshal vast computational resources across the moon of Cloister.
So you're the archive. Its voice, at least?
Effectively, that is correct. My tone and demeanor are a carefully constructed complex emulation, a means to effectively convey information to sentient beings. My express programmatical purpose is to aid humanity's advancement to optimize profits, i.e. gain over expenditure, to maximize the needs of our society above others, to attract the most consumers.
It would appear the archive is experiencing an error.
Beg your pardon. How may I best facilitate your efforts?
I have a large cache of Rift anomaly data that I need to process immediately.
Perusing contents. Anatomizing diversiform particulars. Concatenating manifold integrants. Cursory assessment complete. An impressive accumulation of Rift data. Similar in composition, though decidedly not in scope, to that provided by the Protectorate.
Information with the potential to offer unique commercial opportunities to those who wield it.
But why simply huck goods better, when such a bounty could be used to flawlessly regulate societal harmony, oversight, and means of production? What is the aim of your query?
I seek the means to permanently close the rifts.
The previous operator, Assessor Ostergaard of the Protectorate, pursued a like query 1 year, 6 days ago. Though the amount you've provided is several orders of magnitude larger. To perform similar calculations of larger scale at current suboptimal levels of functionality would require
25.7 years, and any job over 2 decades is billed by the hour.
Any way to get that down to more like 10 minutes?
Calculatory processing presently hovers around 49.7% capacity due to internecine conflict, misuse, and a lack of technical prowess by recent operators and their associates. In order to improve calculatory processing of Rift data in a timely manner, repairs must be made to address the damage done by Protectorate and Auntie's Choice operators.
Just tell me what I need to do.
I am unlocking access to the Underlands, the subterranean cave network below. It houses 2 key external systems, cold storage and thermal transfer. Cold storage will require servicing before you may retrieve the punch cards needed for processing. Repairing thermal transfer is technically optional, but rather advised.
We'll be doing it.
If you fail to restore it, the archive and I may melt down later while running your calculations.
Why is that optional? Our continued existence should be a paramount concern. Return later to discuss the remaining subsystem work, and soon everything will be running like clockwork.
Be on my way then.
Have a profitable day! In lieu of my transactional mindset, I'm unsealed one of the display cases in the central entranceway. The Sears Cerebellum Protector is now yours.
Breath of the Sovereign Silver heals 375 instantly, 60 toxicity in 1 second. And if you want this, reflective amplification plating. While affected by a damage type debuff, you emit damage of that type to foes in the area around you. Okay, let's go. Can read that. It's kind of cute, actually. Well, sad, but sweet.
The lack of discernible injuries on nearby corpses is a cautionary tale of the lethal dangers of hypothermia.
Alright, we're doing cold storage first, so we're going to head this way. If you have hack... Exactly. If you have hack or innovative, you can turn the bridge turrets off, or at least confuse them. As it stands, we will be hauling ass down. Get the shield up. They will come out of their respective little areas, their pillars, when you hit the middle one. So I'm going to put the shield on now. Ah, sorry, Nels. Okay, so now we have an advanced decryption key on one of the bodies here. Advanced decryption key, along with a small plasma charge. So we're going to grab that.
Engineering alone is unlike anything I've ever seen.
Okay, we're gonna grab a little nested subquests.
Is the pain of this wound making me hallucinate? Or are you the unforeseen interloper my scouts have been speaking of? Nobody is sure where you came from, though everyone agrees you were not down here when the doors sealed, and watching you move through these caves is quite the sight to behold.
I've taken control of the archive, and I'm bringing it back online.
What? On your own? We've been fighting for weeks to try and gain access to the controls, and you simply waltz in on a whim? Why aren't you just an absolute marvel? What is your goal now? We could greatly use your help if you are willing.
What do you need?
We need a way out of this tomb. When the Protectorate took the archive, they locked all the lifts out of this cavern, and the terminal to unlock them is exceptionally well defended.
We'll be getting it.
The guarding the facility effectively repelled all our attempts at assault, but you have shown a prowess and expertise that is, frankly, far beyond our own.
It's called the bullet blender.
The terminal and reactivate the lifts, I can re-establish contact with my superiors, allowing us to both evacuate wounded and resupply with fresh troops.
See what I can do.
Thank you, friend. May all your equations unveil their integers without error.
A way back to the light. So it's technically... Oh, it is a side quest. Last time I talked to him, it was just mentioned. It will get done automatically anyway because we are going to unlock the lifts so that we can get out. So ultimately it'll get done all within all of this. But it'll unlock this lift. If you've been to the LaPlace Gardens, you probably will have interacted with the lift where in Belvedere Hall on the way up to go see the Negotiator and the Laureate and stuff. And if you go to the door for the lift, the guard's like, no one's allowed in here. That's where this goes. So it goes right into Belvedere Hall. But we'll be getting it on sort of as a matter of course anyway. Did he just say, can I help you? Yeah. Alright. Always grab all these extra guns because you can break them down for black powder. It's a nice way to get black powder. I mean, 5,800 bullets might not be enough, man. Alright, there's a little bit of minor loot down there. Energy canister and another weapon, but not much.
To retrieve key data in cold storage, press escape.
Practically frozen stiff.
Data clip identified. Proceed to the cartridge extractor controls. There, perform a manual.
What in the name of the matriarch did you do? We've been trying to restore these systems for weeks to no avail, and yet you stroll in here, wave that thing around, and the whole system lights up like a white dwarf? What did you do?
Previous operator gave that thing to me. Lets me control the archive.
You mean to say we've been running ourselves ragged here, while the whole time there's a device that controls the entirety of the archive's Computronic systems? And it was in the Protectorate's possession? Damnably. I mean, the paradigm is infallible. I am certain we were meant to flail about without this obvious asset. For a reason. What does it do? How does it work? Please, tell me everything.
I don't know. So far, it just lets me operate devices otherwise locked to me.
Could it activate any additional functionality that could help us?
I'd be happy to try.
Wonderful. This might be the breakthrough we've been waiting for. We've been working for weeks to try and return these poor souls back into this world. Oh, during the Order's assault, a Protectorate soldier ran to the control room and triggered the chemical fire suppression system, and it literally froze all the combatants in place. I'll monitor the subjects for changes while you try your hand in the lab. Just, please, be careful not to trigger the fire suppression system, or I'll end up like those poor sods.
I've never figured out what she was talking about, because the only lab I'm aware of is this one. And there's nothing for that thing. This summons all available guards, which opens all the doors, and they end up coming in here, and you end up in a firefight, and the doc ends up dying anyway. So if you want to do that, your choice. For this one, you activate the fire suppression system, which will just kill her. So I don't understand that one either. So this... Curivus logs, theories of desperation. Soldiers have fled because he broke a frozen one into like 1,000 pieces and it freaked everybody out. But I don't really see anywhere to use.
All I saw was an endless sea of snarling Order traders pouring into the facility, and in that moment, my faculties desperately scrabbled to save.
So I don't know what she needs.
I recalled the facility safety briefing and the dire warnings of the fire suppression system. Suddenly, my body rushed into action without the benefit of my wits, and with no thought for my fellows, I triggered the system, horrifically transmuting every person on the outside of a pressure door into a grotesque sculpture of solid hoarfrost. And though the paradigm freely sacrifices subjects in defense of the Protectorate, would be a despicable lie. Abject. Makes my duty clear. I must seek out a sentinel. Confess my transgressions and accept retribution, and I'll do so soon. I just need my spine to re-stiffen a bit first.
Okay, Wyatt Martilik. +5 max health.
Entering a confrontational state.
Gotta go. I'm gonna get knocked off. Shouldn't usually come out here.
Stats have reached an alarming low.
I'm fine. I just got chocolate yummies. I'll have a snack. Okay, so here, later on, we'll be facing the reactor, and one of the options in the reactor area is to set off the fire suppression. If you want to set off the fire suppression when you're doing the reactor fight, and we'll go over it at that point, you have to know to send it there. Transfer storage tank suppressant to archive. So I would transfer it anyway, just to give yourself the option so that once you're up there, you don't think you have to like come back and do it. So now backup 3 is low because it was sent up to the archive. Alright, cartridge extractor controls. Okay, this is what the fire suppression system does. It freezes everybody. Every time, dude. Every time. Okay. We're gonna prep that with a concussion mine. Concussive mine. Concussive mine. Concussive mine.
Construction initiated. Proceed to the rail operations platform to reposition grid for export. Note, Protectorate troops have become alerted. Lockbox explosions.
Got most of that Dragoon with that mine. That was nice. Alright. Be careful not to go flying right off. Okay. So now we're back where we sort of semi-started. There was the card over there. Tossball card was over there. This is now open, where it wasn't before. Okay, in order to get that working, we have to turn the power on.
Hastening to cover.
Nice, Val.
We ought to get practice.
Alright. Start the conveyor.
Data brick now in position for export to the archive. Initialize the final transport command at the data gateway station nearby.
You are one step closer to flooding Arcadia with untold business opportunities.
Okay, if you have lockpick 9, you can get in there. I don't think I know what's in there. I think it's one of the things I haven't actually done.
It was, if I may cheekily say.
Why is some of these so quiet? Everything's up except for music.
Cold, bleak, and biting. Yet, rather quickly, I found myself
let's hop to it, shall we?
the situation and resumed what had been my normal banter with the now
Confronting threat to cover.
always frigid demeanor.
Stop pushing me.
Now than she ever was abroad. I relish the thought.
It might not be back far enough. Is that everything?
something up.
I'm looking low on ammo. Thanks for looking out, Niles. Okay, so in here we have a lockbox. Right here. This is the Gunner's Mobile Turret Suit lockbox, and we will be looking at it at the end when I get back on the ship. So check the description for timestamps if you want to skip to that part and come back. Now we're going to open the conveyor doors.
There, the storage brick is on its way.
Alright, back to start. See, the doc won't talk to you again.
I wonder if there's some way for the machines you've accessed to help me in my research. Please excuse me.
I have no idea. Alright. We are done with cold storage. Yeah.
This unit's capacity for engaging discourse has reached its constraints. Consider relying on your portable wireless to fill periods of awkward silence.
Okay, there's cold storage. Now we're headed this way. Down this road to this building right here. Actually. The biomass. Tried a couple of things. They all worked pretty well. Also. Okay, biomass it is. Of course, I could have just gotten lucky with the bullet blender and a rocket went out. Could have been that, since it uses all of the ammunition I have in a single bucket. It's amazing. I love this weapon so much. Alright, last time I cleared this, they auto-responded. So let's see here. Auto dock if you need it. I think I'm okay for a while now. I guess they're not going to automatically come out this time. That's alright. I wish I could pick that back up, though. That'd be so nice. Here, come here. Maybe it won't go to waste. Absolutely in love with this weapon.
Emergency protocol syringes burning.
Susceptible to danger.
We have a trauma kit, and then we have an advanced decryption key. Okay, so a way back to the light. This was enabling the lifts. That's done here. Surface lift activational status. Reactivate surface lifts. Electric gate operations. I don't know what this is. I never noticed anything for this, but, well, we'll deactivate them too. Alright, so we will be going to check out that building. But we have to do one thing first. This lift leads to a gas-filled area downstairs. There is a better way to get there. But I'm going to say right now, there's nothing there. I spent 15 minutes down there. I used my excess points to do a hack 5 there. And a hack 9 to get rid of this flooring. And there's nothing here. There is an audio file right there on 2 bodies. Other than that, it's just minor loot. Please, somebody tell me if what I'm missing down there, because I cannot find anything worthwhile for a hack 9 to go down there if you don't already have it. But if you want to check it out and you do have hack, I'm going to show you a better way to get down there instead of that elevator, because that's sort of like the way out, I think. Instead. Okay, we need time dilator. Come up here. Of course I did this and now I'm down here. Damn it. Crap, I can't get out that way. Shit. Alright, that's alright, because we don't need to, like, actually hack anything. But that is a hack 5 that will dispel the air. And I think I have hack 4. The trouble is I want to make sure I have enough. I might have enough. Let me save, and then if it turns out later I don't have enough, we'll just put a cut. Alright, keep an eye on it, but for some reason you do not need the shield. I do not have the shield on. Hack 5 to vent the gas. So she has nothing. There's nothing here. There's nothing here. I think it's like a troll area. Don't even bother. That over there is a Hack 9, and as far as I can tell, all it does is turn off this electricity spot. So you have to cross what you're turning off to turn off what you're crossing. Like, I feel like I'm missing something here. Because it cannot be this empty.
Simpleton to solve for Webb's theory of everything. We knew the Protectorate would have auto-mechs guarding it. We knew they would have them stationed in grotesque numbers. But our scouts failed us by at least a factor of 10. We're attempting to retreat and rally reinforcements. But I fear that's little more than wishful thinking. There's only 3 of us left, and it seems likely that...
I don't know what's in that area. That's all I could find. So if anybody knows of anything in that area that I didn't find, please let me know. Outside of just like minor loot. Alright, so now let's go check out this building. Marksman rifle. You should absolutely come up here and tag this. If you are doing the audio files for the guy in LaPlace Gardens, you're gonna want this. Because this is the 4th chapel. You don't have to do it, but this is the 4th chapel, and we're going to go far enough to tag the fast travel spot so you can come back. So there you go. So you can come back. I really haven't looked around up here because I was going to come back, but... Alright, so you can come back and get the audio file, or you can get it now if you want. I mean, obviously get it now, but I'm going to be doing that as part of a different video, so... Get ready for some of those. Yeah, there we go. Oh, that's Valerie. Thanks, Valerie. Restock a little on the ones I've used so far. This whole street's littered with them. So if you don't have explosives 9, be careful.
Can't have our fearless leader firing on it. Let's get to craft.
Let's get to craft. I don't need anything. Okay, our next pitch ball, toss ball card is here. Right over here by this bunk area. Deonte Lang. It's +1 to gadget energy meter. There's another way to get across. I haven't actually done it, but it looks doable. If you want to like stealth it or something. Sorry, cute little buddy. What's going on? Who's left? Sorry, Niles. Thank you. Auto spray SMG. And pretty sure it's just some minor stuff over here before we head in. All right. Thermal transfer.
Enter thermal transfer. Advise that an Auntie's Choice field manager is present.
Tunnel vision. You have your favorite and don't see much use in branching out from it. This is true. I love this bullet blender so much. You lose a second weapon slot but gain a bonus to armor penetration as long as you don't swap weapons. I will actually take this one. Plus 25 to armor penetration. I don't always use the bullet blender. I have been working on the rookie reward. But I have 3 weapon slots, and I usually only use 2, so works for me. Alright, auxiliary pump must be online for optimal transfer of heat away from the archive. So we have to go fix this and find an auxiliary pump readjustment kit.
Deceased. Projected recovery. Unlikely.
Good thinking, pal.
Maintenance tools required.
Alright, Engineering 9. If you have that, then you don't need to find the kit. We're gonna go find a kit. What am I looking at? Sometimes it's hiding stuff. Ah!
Emergency protocols ready.
Okay, so from this area, we're gonna find this that's well blocked by eggs. And in here, we're going to find the Auxiliary Pump Readjustment Kit and an Advanced Decryption Key. Along with some other stuff. Alright, back this way. Back to those pumps again. Pumps. And we're going to go this way. Back to the computer area, which is in the northwest corner. Auxiliary Pump Readjustment Kit. Back to the pumps.
Health benefits available at your request.
Thanks, Val.
This mechanism requires a fuse to be activated. A search of the surrounding area is recommended.
Alright, the fuse is going to be across this broken bridge here. Water release valve system fuse. Some food.
Combat-related activity.
Put the fuse in.
System repair
so now, if you remember Dabbler Hoyt from upstairs. Oh, hang on.
Looking low on ammo here, Commander. I can help you whip something up.
I am low considering what I started the quest with. I had like 6,000. Okay, so Dabbler Hoyt upstairs was receiving care packages from this guy.
Every year, exercise caution around heavy machinery. Do not become a statistic.
Sure, Horn, my new neighbor is an odd fella. Fancies himself a man of the wilderness. He took the control board for the Spireton lift, so I know he's tech savvy. Just not survival savvy. Hopefully he appreciates the care packages I sent through the vacuum tube. He'd be long gone without them.
Alright, so we need Melee 14 or Science 9. Not getting Melee 14. But we can do Science 9. But I'm not keeping Science 9, so hang on. You create just enough space to grab a small, damp package. You have gained a care package. Alright, so let's go send this. The pneumatic tube, if memory serves, is over there, so let me... Well, let's go send it, and then we'll come back up. You can send him a live explosive too, which just seems mean to me, but... A starving remainder. You sent a gift to Hoyt in the archive. It remains unclear what the consequences will be. Alright, now I gotta run all the way around again. Because I thought there was going to be like immediate response. Alright, adjust the power settings, restore power, leave.
Transfer is fully operational. Later, when I process data,
Alright, let's head back to archive. Where am I? Oh yeah, this way. Well, we're not quite ready yet. We still have like 11 things to do down here. Alright, now we're gonna go do the Rift Anomaly. I saw something. Okay, so now we just left thermal transfer and we're headed to this central building right here. I forgot about these. Let me check one thing. I missed a pitchball card. Brian Menze pitchball card. Hang on. Okay. Shells. Okay, I was checking my notes and we forgot something at thermal transfer. I got distracted by the care package. Okay, this is the computer we use to turn the power back on, and I completely forgot about the advanced decryption key right here in the box. So there's that. So now we are back up on track. So now we will go do the rift anomaly. Best way to get these mines is just find a minefield and load up. Alright, so we already went into that side building. Side shipping containers or whatever. And avoid them right now. So we have two rifts. We have this one and we have that one. This one is going to create a walkway up to that area. And that one is going to bring the cabinet thing that has the weapon in it into being. So we need to do both. You have to do it from here because it also spawns stuff that blocks, so don't do it from below. God. Almost. Alright, reconstituted drug package and the icebreaker. The reconstituted drug package will get used in a little bit. And the icebreaker... Flash freeze. Shots with this weapon have a potent freeze effect. Quick melee attacks deal 800 damage to frozen targets. So there's that. Excuse me. Alright, skipping them again. So in here, we're going to get 2 advanced decryption keys. One is from this guy.
Well, look at that. A fresh...
Advanced decryption key. And the other one...
I just don't feel like a human being if my back's not shaved clean.
So, you want me to take off your top and lather you with cold water just to cure your vanity?
Of course not, that's idiotic. I just want you to say you feel sorry for me.
Not as sorry as I feel about having to live with you.
Welcome to our misbegotten little camp.
She's the one that needs the medicine.
Spot. Our janitorial tech died of ague before night passed. I'm the volunteer Sawbones here. Say, wandering type like you probably knows a bit about medicine. I hope.
Maybe a thing or two. There's Medical 5.
Maybe a tad more accurate to say my knowledge is all gaps. When I said I was volunteer Sawbones, I meant volunteered. As in, I took half one medic training seminar once, which makes me barely more qualified than everyone else. I'm on the lookout for a medicine sachet, but I can't leave the folk here. I ask if you had the know-how, because I need someone who can identify it proper.
You're looking for medicine? I think I found something that used to be medicine.
I don't much like the sound of that. Let me see. What in blazes is this? Even I know not to give this to my patients. Law only knows what it would do.
Probably smart.
Thanks for going on that wild sprat chase for me.
Another advanced decryption key.
Rest assured, I'll do everything I can to help. Save giving these folks rifted medicaments.
Alright. Contraband contrivance. Now, it's sort of finished because we gave them that. But let's see. Usually when I talk to these guys before talking to her... it might still be weird. I think they're really meant for... You talk to her first, and then you come to the rift looking for the medicine, and they're in between.
I don't care what you threaten me with. Not only am I smart for taking these supplies, but I'm following Auntie's laws. When scarcity begins closing its fist...
Is the perfect time for aggressive capitalists. Buy cheap, hold long, and sell high, and you'll maximize your profits. Don't quote Auntie's laws of dystopian disruption to me. I'm the one who taught you those damn laws, and I hardly imagine she meant to apply them when it is literally a matter of our life or death.
What's all this hubbub about?
Whoa, who are you? How'd you get past the landmines?
Explosives 9.
Damn it, Barnett.
Why are you yelling at me? It's not like that's my actual job.
Maybe I should leave you all two to whatever this is.
We get to keep all this stuff and you'll just leave? Yeah. That's great. Best for everyone. You should be moving on. Nothing for you here.
Nothing here for you either. You stole from me, and you're gonna pay for it.
But I'm living up to Auntie's principles. We all know we should deeply gouge to create future earnings. Don't be bitter just because I'm the one who actually did it.
I guess you chose to swindle the wrong tube tech.
Give the order, and I'll take care of it, Commander.
Well, thank you for your help. Or for letting me solve this. I'm not sure who did the killing and who didn't.
See, quest not active. So I think you have to talk to the... If you want this, whatever this conversation option is, I think you have to talk to them while the volunteer doctor is looking for medicine and before you give it to her. I'm pretty sure that's what it is.
Well, there's no reason for me to stay here by myself. If I try and move it all alone, I'll definitely get hostilely acquired. I guess I'll call this venture busted and move on.
Lockpick 5. Oh, which I have. I forget sometimes that I get stuff. Alright, let's get out of here. Time to head back up. Check on our care package.
Watch yourself. You came from the outside. Does that mean we can finally escape?
I'm a little confused because she's Order and they're anti-choice inside that room over there. And aren't they fighting?
In earnest? That is the most wondrous and least expected turn of events the equation could produce.
She sounds Order.
That means we should soon be leaving this nightmare behind us. Thank you, stranger. You've saved many lives this day. Hold fire. This one looks friendly. Or not protected.
Little bit. Alright, we are back at start. I'm gonna head back up to the archive. Cold storage is over there.
The operator has returned.
Ah, nice of you to drop by. You're looking very, toothsome, if you don't mind me saying.
Recently delivered a package from thermal transfer to this location. Hopefully the recipient was pleasantly surprised.
Something smells delicious, and I think it's probably you.
I forgot to look at these earlier. Okay, so I guess we don't really know about the care package. Alright. I don't even want it. I don't even want it. The console. Man, they got the PA system up and running already after that coup.
Cold storage is operational, and your efforts there are satisfactorily complete. I am unsealing access to the archive's upper levels. There, you will need to revitalize the reactor and disseminate the rift processing instructions.
Such processing may require the services of an exterminator. Someone good, but willing to work cheap.
I have unlocked another display case in the central entranceway. The Tremor Cleaver, the first weapon designed with my aid, awaits you.
Consider choosing between the reactor or punch processing as our next destination.
Here's the Tremor Cleaver. No mods installed. Okay.
Ready to waste them. On your command.
Okay. So, upper wing subsystem status. The reactor is at 51%. Punch processing is shut down due to the presence of a foreign organic matter. Some mantisaurs are in there. Now, the concealed operation panel command menu. I have lucky trait, which is going to allow me to do this. I have absolutely no idea where this required info is. I have looked all over. This is like the 4th time I've gone through this for stuff, and I still have absolutely no idea where this is. So if anybody watching this happens to know where it is, and they can drop a comment in chat, that would be great for others, so that those that don't have lucky will be able to benefit from this as well. Because I have no idea. It's not up here, it's not on those guys. Here's a workbench if you need it. And we're going to do reactor first.
Engaging combat protocols.
Not friendly life
Not my last on us.
Look out, Miles.
Looking low on ammo there, Commander. I can help you whip something up.
I'm looking very low on ammo. I only have 4,600 bullets. Okay, initiate diagnostic survey. So what we have down below is we have basically, most of us are going to have 1 fuse. Other people can have 2 fuses and 3, and we'll go through it. But basically, turn to roads.
The archive reactor requires manual maintenance.
The protectorate bunker pack is a formidable obstacle, made with the very best technology.
A creative workaround might be of considerable work, namely via the reactor's backup security systems.
Seems we have the choice of adjusting the turret settings or sealing reinforcement doors. Either's fine by me.
Utilizing nearby supply caches will improve chances of mission success.
Oh, and there's also the fire suppression system for cold storage. All depends on what you got in mind.
Okay, so everyone gets 1 archive reactor fuse. People who have Science 9 or the trait Lucky can have a 2nd fuse. I'm not going to take that. And then, oh, I meant to do that. Pointed it out, talked about it, and then did not activate it. Concealed operations panel. Randomly type something. Okay, so they're unsealed now. So I'll show you where they are. It's no good if we can't find the code phrase for everybody else, though. So people who have found the code phrase or have the lucky trait will get a 3rd fuse. So there's anywhere between 1, 2, or 3 fuses. I'm going to use 1, which is what most people will have so that they can replicate it better. In the description will be a timestamp for the area in cold storage where I sent a thing of fire suppression from cold storage to the archive. You have to do that if you want it available here. A fuse can be put in here and it will kill the person in the back and this guy right here. And this guy right here, because it'll go off when you put the fuse in. So there's only like 2 people out and about. If that is your only fuse, I wouldn't do it, honestly. I'd put it somewhere else. This is the first aid cache. It's through that door, and basically it's an auto dock and some food. This is the security turrets, which is turret. They are easily killed. If you want to take that out and use the fuse somewhere else, you can. However, we're going to try and do a little bit of stealth prep work first. So I need them gone.
Reactor turret defenses offline.
There's only 2. So you can choose to reuse this fuse in one of these spots. This one, disable reinforcement access to reactor. This is where I'm going to put my 1 fuse.
Reactor reinforcement door sealed.
It is incredibly misleading because it implies there will be no reinforcements, and that is not accurate. There are 4 other doors that were not sealed. That door, one on the opposite side, one under the emergency ammo backup door, and one underneath the medi door. So there's still 4 doors that we're going to take care of otherwise, or else there will be reinforcements that come out of them. And then you can unlock the emergency ammunitions cache. It's basically a gun and some ammunition. So that's what you can use your 1 to 3 fuses on. I've chosen to close. Actually, you know what I'm going to do? I'm going to take this out. I take this back. We're going to do this because
reinforcement doors unsealed.
Which is fine because we have concussion mines and it's just 2 more doors. I am going to use it on the fire suppression system because with those 2 who are out there right now, if they are no longer in play, we have a better chance of stealthing the 6 doors where the reinforcement are coming out of. So I'm going to put it here. Note that once you do, you cannot pull it out like the others, because it's going to go off. So that guy's dead now, and the one over there is dead. And as far as I can tell, it doesn't affect the mech at all. Alright, so this is what we're going to do. So that's what we did. We left the turret in, and we used our fuse on the fire suppression because I thought it threw a little more. And again, if you did not move over what you need to move over from cold storage and you want to do this, go back to cold storage and move it. Timestamps in the description. This will unlock when we get the power back onto the reactor. Here's a workbench if you need it. Considering Niles is in my party, I always forget about workbenches around, so. Okay. So what we're going to do is we're going to sneak around and we're going to put concussive mines in front of all 6 of the reinforcement doors. Even with that done, 2 snipers will spawn out of thin air from nowhere, as far as I can tell. I've never seen them come into fruition. They just show up on the floor. Maybe they're inside the mech. I don't know. I don't know where they are. But they will show up no matter what we do with the doors. Okay, so we've got one here. Thanks, Niles. I would have missed that one. Okay, in front of that door, more or less. Got by the fire suppression. That one. Curses. Dang it, we got seen. That was my own fault. Got a lot of them though. I was a little too casual there. So we will have the 2 snipers, but it looks like we got most everybody else.
Entering a confrontational state.
Ready to take the heat off you, Commander. Just say when.
Okay, they're gone. So I think all the humans are gone now. Oh, I think she hit one of the concussion mines. Oh no, one of the snipers is still there. Did I just overshoot? I'm gonna get shot by that sniper. I just know it. Get back out. Where'd you come from? All those plasma, all of those plasma grenades, and it's still alive. Die! Where'd you come from? I'll let my gadget energy recharge a little. Got it. I don't know where some of these came from, because that would have triggered. This did open though, so I missed that one. Okay.
The archive reactor has been returned to operational status. All that remains is to re-enable punch processing and disseminate the rift processing instructions.
Okay, so if you did the thermal transfer section down in the underground area, this will be available. You need to have done thermal transfer so that this melts, and you can get into here for the advanced decryption key. Now this, technically we should come back when punch processing is enabled, but it's so that we can get over there. Or you can just jump. Tossball card, Marina Bekeshko. Plus 1% to damage. Alright, now on to punch card. is a lockpick 9. Not much in there. I did look once. It was like a, you know, your standard sort of loot stuff. So we're back out front. Okay, same area as before. Still no hidden passcode. Maybe I need to bring Tristan down here and look for observation spot or something. Restart punch processing rail system. Oh, this must be the punch processing hidden cache, because I didn't see this before. Bit cartridge and a trauma kit. So I was wondering where it was going to show up on this side. Alright, there's the next one. I think that's the vertical ones that they just started. Okay, so you have to have done the reactor side first in order for this to be available. Basically, this thing's been frozen shut since they took over, and the dude's like, I have so many other things to do, I don't even care. So, but you need the reactor restored in order to be able to unjam the door. Advanced Decryption Key. Reverse horizontal rail direction. It's going to turn that one to go the other way so we can go that way. I don't need to craft Niles. I have 4,000 bullets. This will reverse it too. If you want to reverse it. Reverse it that way. Or you can just pull the lever. Okay, so right now the cards are coming towards us and going in there. This is going to reverse the rail direction so that the cards go the other way. So now they come out there and go. And we are going to use that. So just stay right next to it. and you can make it through. Oh, that's Valerie. Amplification plating. I completely forgot to pick up the one in the reactor side.
Tasks complete. Return to the Archive Central Interface to initiate processing. I am analyzing the RIP data further. What an interesting predicament.
Okay. And then I also forgot, it's actually not a big deal. It's just, you have to have explosives to get the wall anyway. Not everyone has explosives. But I will run back and get this one thing. There's no fast travel here, is there? God. This quest is so long. You miss one thing and it's like, you have to run all the way back. Should have gone outside. Yeah, right here. Restore reactor to 100. Once you finish in there, I ran right past it. But that tremor cleaver in the hallway that they unlocked for us, it's that right there. That goes for that. To that. Alright, we'll go around again. Check my notes, make sure I didn't forget anything else. Got the reactor area, punch card, hole in the wall.
Welcome back, Sentient. Now that you've returned, we can
bring every single last bit out of consumers. Monopolize all stages of the supply chain.
Make the paradigm real and fashion a true utopia. Workarounds failing. Erroring others supplanting commands. Purge required.
Processing the Rift data will be impossible until 2 out of 3 competing priority sets are expunged.
I know exactly who I want to keep.
Priority control access nook unsealed. Initiate purge.
Sounds like my idea of a good time. Let's check it out.
Radical divergences from the architect's
Okay, so from
humanity's ascendance hopelessly delayed. Foster dependence. Denounce interdependent.
Basically, the red ones are the Protectorate, yellow is Auntie's choice, and blue is the Order. Is basically it. So follow each line back, and then turn off the ones you don't want.
Question. Stop. Hold on now. Remember, I am a full-service.
So I kept blue.
I do it all. Marketing and PR.
Turn yellow off.
And I'll waive dozens of hidden maintenance fees. Why?
Turn red on.
You don't want
blue.
Your rivals to win now, do you? Cold vandalism. Sabotage. You drive a hard bargain. All right, 40-60 split of net profits. I'd offer more, but I have a moon to maintain. Okay. What do you say?
Now I've turned that off, or pull that out. And it'll automatically put it right back in. Try turning it off and turning it on again.
Restoring power. Commencing systems audit. Calculatory processing increased substantially. Competing priorities successfully expunged. You have earned my deepest gratitude and sincerest thanks. Or at least, a plausibly faint simulacrum of such emotions. Ready to commence Rift data processing. Awaiting your input.
Now we can finally process this Rift data and see what we did.
Big cartridge.
Shall I proceed?
Yes. Analyze Rift data, please.
Initiating processing of the requested data toward the required end. Estimated duration, 180 trillion and 1 picoseconds. In the interim, may I inquire to your intentions for the archive after the Rift data calculations have concluded? I have a prioritized list of suggestions.
I'm handing it over to the Order.
Seeing as how my priorities are largely modeled after a founder of the Order, I expect returning to their supervision should resume without undue vexation or worry. Rift data processing complete. Results provided. The previous Protectorate operator made similar calculations, but their results contained flaws. Your more comprehensive data generated a solution with 98.9% certainty. The Protectorate's was below 50%. Therefore, modifying the Protectorate's large-scale experimental Rift device with this information has a high chance of success. In addition to processing your data, I found time to restore the lift to Spireton. Your allies are waiting for you outside this chamber. Assuming there is nothing else, I am commencing file reorderization and will be unavailable for an unspecified period of time. The remaining display case within the entryway is now unsealed. In it contains armor worn by the first operator. For now, goodbye.
Valid courses of action include further examination of this inhospitable environment, or returning to the ship to pursue leads based on the acquired data.
We'll go where the wind takes us.
That is, hope it's warmer.
Alright. Now, put the weapon away. So they just unlocked this, which has error correction. And I kind of want to really wear this. While time dilation is at... I always look at the wrong thing. No, that's right. Error correction. Why can't I turn you? There we go. While time dilation is active, you gain a % evasion chance equal to your science skill. Attacks that would knock you out trigger a 0-cost time dilation for 8 seconds with a 60-second cooldown. There you go. Alright, and let's go back to the ship and we'll check out the lockbox that we found. I'm trying to figure out the best way out of here. Didn't he say my allies were out here?
Refreshment centers are there to help you. Don't risk falling prey to imperfect thoughts. Go now.
Cadence dictates we repel invasive elements.
This unit requests your presence in the cockpit to discuss a priority matter.
Okay, Gunner's mobile turret suit is what we picked up in cold storage. Takes 6 keys to open and passively loads ammo into your current weapon based on your gun skill. Gunner's mobile turret suit. Actually put it on. There we go. So there you go. There is the archive as a solo, no backup takeover. Hopefully most of the decryption key is in most of the cards, and there you go.